The weather in Sydney's been terrible lately with all of the courses closed, but finally found one that's opened a random 9 holes. With it being like this, I figure it's not the perfect time to be out there trying to judge yourself too harshly, so trying something different today and playing some 2-ball worst ball. The idea is like this: you tee off with both balls and you have to play the worst one. So example of that, the first tee shot had gone to a few feet. I have to pick that one up and play this one from off the green. So this was just a short par 3. From pin high, managed to chip it in close, and from there I've got off to a par, which is a good start in this format. Second hole is short par 4. This is my new 3-wood that I've just got in play, and I've played a high one up the left. The second one came out like a bullet, much better shot, but like the format, we're going to play the worst one, so we're off into the rough, and you can see the water there. This is not the best of time to be playing in Sydney. They've also called the greens, which is another reason for not judging yourself too harshly and mixing up the format. I think playing worst ball just gives you a slightly different challenge and mixes up what you're trying to practice. The third hole is a dog leg round to the left. So the tee shot here is just trying to get it in play down in between the trees. First one came out really well. Second one just drifted a bit to the right. It's gone over those trees and into some standing water. So this is the one we'll take, and I've pulled it back from the water. Tough lie, slipping a little bit. Second shot hit the green, but the first shot was off to the left, so that's where we are. From underneath the green, this is my 54-degree wedge. Managed to just flight it nicely up to the top of a slope and let it run down there quite close. And 3 pars to start in this format is solid. Next up is a par 5, and we're trying to take it over the trees and round the corner a little bit because it's playing shorter. That one's gone a bit to the right, caught a little bit of a tree, but it's up there in play, and the second one was the better drive of the two. From where the first tee shot finished was behind some trees and in the rough. There's actually only a 7-iron from here up to the green, playing a bit shorter. Both came out really well. The only difference was that this one's gone off into the deeper rough. The chip coming back just caught a slope and stopped dead, and from there the putt's pretty solid. The chord greens just wobbled away at the end, could have been close to a birdie, but we're going to take the par anyway. Next up in this makeshift 9 holes is a par 3, 175 yards fractionally downhill, so I've gone with a 6-iron. This one's just gone off the fringe to the left, and then the second one I blocked a little bit out to the right. So just carries this bunker and finds some quite deep rough underneath the green. Wanted to try and be aggressive with this because I've been seeing the ball sit down quickly, but then this one's run through. The putt coming back goes over the edge, bouncing as you can see, and we're going to take bogey. The 6th hole today is another par 3, slightly downhill. There's a tier in the middle of the green, so this 8-iron hits the green but just comes back down the slope. And the second one, again 8-iron, just gets over the slope this time and stays on the top level. So obviously we're going to take the worst of the two, which is down at the bottom of the green, and from there just having to give it a hit to get it up to the hole. Bounces along a bit as you'd expect, but we've got a par, and that's again not bad in the format. 7th is an uphill par 4, just goes round the corner a little bit. I've hit this drive well, and the second drive comes out good as well. Not a lot of difference between them other than the fact that this one finishes in a slightly worse lie where they've not been able to get the mowers. So like the format today, it's going to take the worst one and play it from there. You'll notice that with the short game, just the chips and the putts around the green, I kept just playing 1 ball. That was more for pace of play. So from here above the pin, this will teach me not to celebrate too soon. It looked like it was in, but it's pulled up just short. Anyway, another par and on to the 8th. The 8th is a little bit of a dog leg par 5 up a hill. This tee shot's perfect. It's just taken the edge off the corner and found the fairway. The second one, not too dissimilar, but it caught a branch just on the way through. So that's dropped it down here on the fairway about 30 yards behind the other one. It's given me a chance to hit my new 3-wood. First shot there was perfect, just a little bit of a draw to the middle of the green. Second one, pin high here. It's had the distance and just left me with this fairly straightforward chip over a bunker. From there, I'm trying to make the birdie. Would have been good to get one, just bobbling around today. This is a good course and I'll hope to get back here in better weather to film it. The final hole was a makeshift par 3 up the 18th from the middle of the fairway. Played pretty difficult, 179 yards to a very narrow green. Both irons weren't too bad. The first one just off to the left, the second one found the green. So playing the first one, This chip came out and just died a little bit. Again, chord greens, you can't judge the course for that. Luckily though, that went in, and so that's left me with 1 over for the round. Not bad, and in 2 ball worst ball, you should give it a go at some time if you're just looking to change the format.